In February in 2026, Saturn entered Aries, and it's going to be there till the May of 2028. We already had a little preview of this transit the last year, 2025, in summer. For the 3 months, literally all 3 summer months, Saturn entered Aries and then went back in retrograde position to Pisces till February 2026. Possibly you already initiated something, but in general, I noticed that this was a time for us like more of thoughts or ideas or plans of things what we wanted to initiate or start or to begin or maybe kind of transform what we have. And so let's look at this transit deeper to understand what it means for each of us on a more deeper level. First of all long-term transits are important because they influence us significantly. I will say it because we need to understand that we are here to evolve, and our soul needs the cycles of evolution. So we kind of face different different experiences or different ups and downs, different things to understand our potential. It's like by going through a lot of different things, we are expanding our energy and we understand like more of who we actually are. So when we look about on this exact transit, the Aries energy is connected like the initiation phase. It's about like having this impulse, the urge, like I want to do it, the idea that maybe somebody told you some story and it's inspired you to do something and you run for it. So, it's like the raw energy of I want to get it. I want to try it. Because Aries, this is the first of this, like, of the beginning of the whole sign, whole zodiac sign cycle. So, the beginning phase. Because the fire triangle, so the Leo and Sagittarius, and Aries, they all together connected to leadership. In Leo, it's more about when you have built the authority within, so you kind of don't feel that you need or want to be under somebody's authority, and you feel that this is how kind of you're not afraid of doing things not the way kind of everyone else doing. So you are starting to build in your path. In Leo, I know that you kind of surprised to hear it this way, but Leo is about self-expression and having fun. Like the having fun part is when we are kind of letting ourselves to try different things. Like this is where creativity kind of wakes up. That you're not longer following somebody's kind of vision, but you start to establish your own. And this is like the guidance from within. You feel strong enough to go your path. In Sagittarius, you already experienced to that level that you want a guide from the perspective that you have enough wisdom and so this inner power is not only based on ego like in Leo, but more on the experience, which is letting you be the guru, the teacher, the guide, the coach, the like everything what is about creating like the followers happening over here. But when we come to Aries, this is the first kind of decision that I want to do it on my own. It's like the establishment of the feeling that you are ready for some, I don't know, new thing in your life. It doesn't mean that you have to particularly follow in the direction where you will be the, I don't know, the leader of some group or CEO. I'm saying that this is a period when you feel that for you it's important, for example, to have some part in your life when you are independent. It's something about, let's say you wanted to have a hobby, and so right now by having this hobby you are independent in getting the joy So you don't need to depend on, I don't know, partner, friends, or somebody else to make your mood better. So you are independent in this direction. So a kind of, you are leading in your own world, but the Aries is like this, the initiation of this thing, so the beginning of this phase. And overall, this energy is really good for people who like competition, for sports, games. It's like when you are determined to go and to win, when you are focusing on the, I don't know, on the result, or you are running in that direction without overthinking what you're actually doing. And also, to understand this energy even more, we can look on the energy on the opposite, like the axis of Aries is together with Libra. And so Aries is about self, me, myself, and I. It's like the sense of self in general. And by the way, the physical body and the health of the physical body. The Libra is about another people, or some, like everyone who is in front of you. And mostly we use it for the partnership, because the partner is a person who is in front of you like the most of the time. And so if we talk about kind of all other people, we meet them from time to time, but the partner is like the quintessence of those other people. And so when we look on this kind of the area of our partnership, it's very important for us to understand that it's very important to have it in balance, like the relationship with yourself and with partner. So it's like the more you are growing as an individual, the more you're growing in your self-worth, in self-respect, in self-care, when you are kind of investing in yourself, your people who are in front of you, they also change, because your energy from within start to attract another kind of energies, and also your partner. So the quality of the relationship and the quality of kind of the qualities of the partner, like their personality, characters, and stuff like that, they're directly connected to who we are. So the more we kind of care about ourselves, the more kind of great relationship we're gonna have. But when we are focusing way too much on ourselves, relationship and partner can feel neglected. So this is when this unbalanced part starts, and so this is where the problems start. And so here you can ask yourself, what are you running from inside of yourself? Because the other person is also the representation in material way some parts of ourselves. It's like we have different sides, and by the people who are surrounding us, with who we interact all the time, those people kind of represent some energies. Like if we don't like our authority figures, those are people who are the collective representation, the collective energy, not only yours, of what our leadership figures or authority figures may look, or what it is leadership, or what it is authority, or something like that. What it is to be loved, what it is to be taken care of, and different things like that. This is our partner, because this is what exactly they're doing. With them, you are enjoying life. Through them, you are getting a lot of different kinds of feelings, because the way this person treats you influences you a lot. And so by seeing this person, we can understand if we are taking care about this side, or we are neglecting this side, or we are overdoing. So we are focusing too much energy on them without taking care about self enough. And so we are ignoring some parts in yourself and focusing too much on the partner. So understanding the Libra energy is very important for understanding the energy of Aries. It's like you cannot just always be by yourself, because you still interact with another people. So this kind of exchange of energy happening. And the more balanced you are within, the more harmonized, the more accepting you are to who you are, the better relationship you have with other people and with your partner. So this is how this balance can kind of work properly. Now, when we understand what kind of energies Aries represent, let's look at Saturn, because it's very interesting and they're kind of quite opposite. Saturn is connected, like if I ever wanted you to remember one thing about Saturn, I would say please remember the word maturity. Saturn wants us to grow up. Whenever, like wherever, in which place in your natal chart or in transit Saturn is moving, in that place Saturn wants you to become more mature, to be more serious, to grow up. And this is why we are facing different obstacles, different restrictions, problems, hardships. It doesn't work as fast as we want. You wanted to build this building for half of a year, it takes you already 1 year, and you're annoyed because they didn't bring you furniture in time. Like, I don't know, the team who was working on all of this construction, they were doing some another project. I mean, all kinds of problems. When it's in physical body, you are not able to do something properly because, for example, you're recovering and you're annoyed by the long period of that. I don't know, you don't see someone for a long time, you want them to see, and it's in your head, and you want it to happen faster, and all of these things which Saturn builds for us. This is exactly for us to ask ourselves why we are so annoyed, what exactly makes it on the kind of material level so long term and complicated, because something on the energy level is not evolving or not moving that fast. In general, Saturn teaches us to move in a slow pace, because this is how we learn patience, that everything comes when it needs to come, when we let it go or when we release the tension. Because when we let go, it means I don't need it anymore, because I feel already satisfied. I don't need all of that things to make me finally happy. When you are kind of overcoming this vision of struggle in some direction, you understand that you are here literally in simulation. This world is created like one of the many simulations in the universe for the soul to kind of have a physical body and to experience all this material world with all of this complexity and all of these different kinds of things. You have given this body. You as a soul chose before kind of coming here on earth. You are choosing, are you going to be in this gender or in that gender? Whatever and however you're going to live your life ahead, this is your kind of business. And so by facing different complexities and struggles, Saturn wants us to ask questions, wants us to make another decisions, wants us to give up something, realizing this is not the point. If you don't have something what you really, really, really want now, ask yourself why you're so attached to having this. So by all of this processing, we are becoming more mature. Also, we are working hard in some place where Saturn goes in transit and where it sits in our chart. The working hard part requires effort, different kind of when you try this way, try that way, when you feel desperate but you still move on, and you become resilient in all of this. You have a good experience. You're not afraid in the future what you already saw or you already kind of, I mean, anything what we do in the first time we are afraid to do. anything what we do the 10th time, we are not afraid to do, because we already kind of know a lot about this, how it can go, and different things about it. This is the point of Saturn, teaching us to kind of to understand that everything comes when it needs to come, when we are ready from within, when we are mature enough to handle it and to face it. And that's why we need to build this resilience from within. We have to learn what patience is. We have to learn that not everything what is on the outside is happening is what's making me happy. It's like, it's my decision to look at these things this way or that way. It's like the slow building of this kind of mindset. This is what is happening during this transit of Saturn in some place. And it cannot happen, for 1 month or 2. Like, look at some person, for example, who is facing, I don't know, addictions or, I don't know, financial problems, health issues. You absolutely know that if for 1-2 months, like small amount of time, this person have like something, one decision, that decision, for example, they start to grow, each of us would say, if that remained at least 1-2 years and more, you can already kind of rely on that and say like, yeah, seems like this person recovered from that thing. Because when it's just first few months, you understand that it needs time to kind of stay more stable, It doesn't work fast in this specific, like, planet Earth. I don't know how it's going on in other planets. I can say that on the planet Earth, we need these long-term periods to kind of change something seriously when it changes us from the core, And when it was transit the last 2.5 years in Pisces, Saturn, by transiting that place, it was forcing us to work hard in that direction, but in the same moment, it wanted us to kind of get rid of things which we don't need anymore in our next cycle of evolution. Because Pisces is about going deep into subconscious, like cleansing of subconscious beliefs, which are there kind of because we were kind of imagining something, dreaming about something, not knowing what to do in that direction. But in the same moment, we needed to kind of get rid of a lot of false or kind of the vision which was maybe even destructive for us, And so this is the point of kind of planets transiting Pisces, is when you are cleansing subconscious to forget about, like stop thinking or seeing things the way it was, get out from the dreamy kind of perspective on this topic, and focus on kind of your new ideas in the new direction, Aries. And by the way, Saturn in transit always connected to our natal position of Saturn. So look at the placement of Pisces in your chart. This is where the last 2.5 years you have been becoming more serious and mature, facing different obstacles and problems, to become more resilient and strong in this aspect. So where it's in your chart, let's say in the 10th house, so it's like in terms of career, in the field of career, you could be working hard, so you got a lot of experience in the field of profession. Maybe you kind of got a promotion several times, so you understood how it builds, or maybe you had an experience to work with people in some specific direction which you are interested in, and so you got your experience, and right now you will initiate something when Saturn enters Aries. And having that experience, you already have. But what I'm trying to say is that look where Saturn was, in which house in Pisces just recently. This is where this Saturn is going to have also influence on what is going on in your natal position. The natal position of the Saturn, it's the position where it wants us to grow in this incarnation. And by transit in different places, it's like you are getting something, I don't know, like coins, you know? You went through this house, you got like, let's say, Saturn transited 9th house. You got coins of wisdom. Saturn transiting 10th house, then you got coins of working hard and building something, I don't know, reputation. Then Saturn transits the 11th house. You are getting experiences to how building friendships, or how to express yourself within the community, or how to operate with your gains or instant gains, you know? So you got coins from there. Then you go, like, you know, so, and these coins are going into this natal position of your Saturn. This is how you grow. Let's say you have a natal position of Saturn in the 3rd house. So third house is connected to, I don't know, social media, marketing, learning, reading, also long-term travels, short-term travels, and siblings, communication in general. And so if you are struggling in these parts, for example, Saturn in transit goes through 10th house, you are getting experience at the workplace. There you become more serious about what you actually want to do, I mean, in your career field. And now you got your coins which come to your 3rd house where natally Saturn sits. And said, okay, now I'm not afraid to, for example, do social media, or I want to do, I don't know, some massage practice with my hands, let's say, helping others. This is helping you to build better relationship with your siblings, let's say. Or it can expand your opportunities to travel in the kind of countries, for example, for learning these new skills, because you're not afraid or something like this. So by getting coins from the transit, we are strengthening our natal Saturn, which is like, you know, kind of the boss of all of these maturity things. And the transit part is like we are going to be mature in there, and every time it's going to help to kind of evolve and to grow the Saturn of your natal position. With another planet, it works the same. So now we understand what Saturn means and what Aries means. Saturn wants everything to go slow, so it will give good foundation for the better results in future. When it comes to Aries, we all know that Saturn in Aries is some kind of like in a debilitated position. This is because these two Aries are opposite each other, and Saturn entering this area of the zodiac cycle feels kind of tension, because the energy of Aries and the energy of Saturn, they don't really match. And so there is always, like, you know, the kind of balanced or the best way of these energies play out together, and not really good one. So when it's not the good one, this is when you are starting something new, you lose interest and you drop it. Then you are trying to force it, trying to make it faster, to make it extra more efforts. You are trying to kind of build in with very, how to say it, like with blockages actually in your subconscious, and this is why it becomes hard on the material level. When you are using it in the right way, Saturn here teaches us to use our energy in a proper pace. It's like, great that you have an idea, that you have a new vision. Let me help you to build the right structure. Do not run. You will get where you want, because Saturn never kind of, how to say it, it does not say no. It delays, but it's not denies. So the job of Saturn is to slow you down so you will learn more about yourself, because Aries is about self. It's about actually kind of building deeper connection to who you actually are. Because the placement where Aries sits in your chart, this is where you are going to learn deeper about who you actually are. Because when you are doing something where Aries sits in your chart, this is where you are connecting to who you really are. And Saturn here wants you to be serious about it, wants you to be serious about what's important for you. If it's for example in 6th house, it's about taking care about your problems with your body, like your kind of 6th house is connected to all kinds of problems and complexity. And when we see Aries there, so the physical body needs some healing, and Saturn wants you to take it seriously and to work in that direction properly. For example, do self-massage, but not like 2 weeks. Do it long term, and this is, you will get your result. Saturn in the 3rd house, Aries in the 3rd house. Let's say you are interested about, I don't know, marketing. Don't rush. I mean, build what you want to build, but just kind of make it more like slow down. It will all work out. It doesn't have to be the growth of your marketing campaign or marketing ideas just immediately. It needs time, so you kind of create several campaigns. It doesn't work that good, so you understand, you analyze what's not working properly, and you're going kind of better the next time. So for example, you're writing something in social media, so you're learning how to write better and better every next time. And so you're connecting to who you are, but in a serious manner, without losing interest. Like if you start, like Saturn wants you to kind of not giving up fast. Saturn wants you to build structure. Saturn wants you to kind of invest consistent energy into things which are important for you, because this is how you are becoming more of who you actually are. Because another interesting thing here is that Neptune also, together with Saturn, entered Aries in February, I guess it was February 2026, and it's going to be there till 2039. It's like around 13 years ahead. And Neptune can bring, it makes like this task a little bit more complicated, because Neptune brings illusions, delusions, not seeing things clearly. And so this not seeing things clearly means we need to go into the direction of non-physical. It's like, it's not about just going to the gym. It's about asking more deeper questions and being more connected to yourself on the soul level, to your subconscious. Because Neptune is energy of Pisces, and it's coming into the Aries. And it gives some fog about who I actually am. So, like, what is actually going on with me? I mean, what is important for me in this life? How I want to be, expressing myself or things like that. It's about asking more deeper questions on how universe is created. I mean, if you are listening to me, you're already asking these questions. It means like going more deeper into that. And it's not selfish. This is important. If you want to build a more healthy society, and to live in future in a better world, it's very important for us to take care about ourselves first. This is how we interact better with others. And so it's about learning who you are on the soul level. Understanding like that old patterns is not needed over here. There is kind of a new way for you, a new cycle. And in general, the 2026 is a great year for, leaving the old skin behind. Because exactly right now, in April 2026, so many planets are transiting Aries. This is like a huge stellium of planets which indicates that like a new beginning, because long-term planets like Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, they changed signs in this year. Also, Sun right now is transiting Aries. Also, Mercury, Mars over there. You know, it's like a huge shift. Uranus is transiting Gemini in the end of April. It's like all of these transits indicate like a new beginning, new fresh cycle, new something what's going to be very significant for you on the soul level, for you as a personality. So, to sum up about Saturn in Aries transit, you are learning, like you're maturing in the sense of self. You're maturing in the direction where you have Aries in your chart. You are learning that invest in the right pace and be consistent will lead you where you want to be. Just let Saturn, with its slowing down, like whatever is not working the way you want as fast, just be patient with this. Like, okay, if it's like this, it's better for me. For some reason, it's better for me. When you have this approach, you don't create resistance on the energy level, and you are not kind of attached. So you are letting life unfold in the right pace, which works for you. It's like trust the divine, trust this pace. And this is how Saturn, by the way, looks on the Libra on the opposite side, and this is the exaltation position of Saturn. It's like the more you are good at doing with Saturn with Aries, the more exalted relationship you will have with others. It's like the more you are letting yourself to be kind of patient and invest the right pace in the things which are important for you without forcing, rushing, crying, and being annoyed, the more mature you appear in communication with others, and the more serious they actually see you. This is the point. Okay, on this note, I want to finish, and I also do personal consultations if you're curious to talk about your charts and about your transits. The link on the calendar is down below, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.